Yes, everybody. Russ on the West Ham Network. Hope you're safe and well. Happy Thursday. We're past hump day. We're hurtling towards the weekend, and obviously the last ever trip of West Ham to Everton, to Goodison Park, rather, not to Everton, but to Goodison Park, as we say goodbye to another iconic stadium. And we'll have the Graham Potter press conference this afternoon. Ahead of the David Moyes derby. Now, obviously, yesterday Holly spoke about Crysentia Somerville, what's going on with that, and the next gen in terms of generation of, the likes of Ollie Scars and people coming through. But I mean, for some reason, the player I want to talk about, all I can hear is that Eminem song. Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's linked? Linked again. Nesri's linked. Don't tell David Moyes. But please do not adjust your screens. We haven't gone back 12 months, 18 months in a time machine with 1.21 gigawatts. It is, according to... Oh, well, I've disappeared. There I am. Hello. According to my favourite Spanish media outlet, Fajitas. One day I'll actually learn to say that properly. But according to the Spanish media outlets, West Ham are looking, and he's a subject of interest with the Fenerbahce 27-year-old Moroccan international striker, Youssef En Nesri. It's like the old penny. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. It's the transfer rumour that keeps on giving. He is the modern-day Carlos Bacca, modern-day Shaun Wright-Phillips, the modern-day Idiger Johnson. This is Youssef. Now, according to the Spanish outlet, he's a subject of interest by the Hammers. We've been scouring the market, it says, for a striker heading to the summer transfer window, and have apparently set our sights on the Fenerbahce centre forward, who is, as I said, 27. So not a bad age. However, the Turkish Giants do not want to part ways with the Moroccan international. He is, as the lad's saying, doing bits. He's one of the most... if you look at his stats, he's probably one of the most dependable strikers in Europe in the last 5 years or so. He scores wherever he's gone, really. And the Moroccan international has contributed this season 31 goals in 40 appearances in all competitions, finding the back of nets 26 times and providing 5 assists. So 31 goal contributions in 40 games. And these exploits at Fenerbahce have not gone unnoticed, with several high-profile clubs across Europe interested in Youssef, with West Ham, apparently, according to reports, being one of them. I mean, he's been on our radar now for 3 years, I reckon, at least, and the move has never seen the light of day. He's always decided to stay at Fenerbahce, or Sevilla originally, sorry, or go to Fenerbahce when there was options on the table to go to West Ham. If he is a viable target for West Ham, considering he could play, in the London Stadium in arguably his peak years. He's hitting 27, 28. That's when strikers usually hit their peak. And obviously, if we're led to be believed, with Morocco, Aguerd could be coming back as well. Definitely back for pre-season and maybe the long term at West Ham. He could have his old teammate there, potentially. I mean, you think about the type of... for me, the ideal type of striker for, and again, I've sort of mentioned this before, for a Potter type style of football when he does play strikers, of course. And it does tend to be a slightly taller... I mean, Youssef's 6'2", and he's got a good leap, hold up the ball, he can link up well. He's clinical. There's no denying that. He's a clinical striker. I mean, what's his total goals? How many goals has he scored? Let's have a look. Now, it won't be 100% perfect because I'm going to go on Wikipedia quickly. Youssef En Nesri. Wiki. But it's going to be pretty impressive. What we got here, zoom to the bottom. 120 goals in 330 appearances. So that's goals scored, obviously not including goal involvements. He's got 23 goals and 78 appearances for Morocco as well. So, the best part of 400 games, 140 odd appearances, both for club and country added together. Clearly, obviously, he spent a lot of time in La Liga, as we know, Sevilla, and Leganés and Malaga. But he's still doing this business this year for Fenerbahce in the Super League as well. So, look, we're going to be linked with everyone and their aunt, and that's what we do. And people go, why are you talking about that's another strikey tour? All we do is report what's being reported. We aggregate the news. So rather than you have to sift through the pages, we do it for you. So you can see what's being linked with. I think there's, he's more like people like, I'm not comparing as good as, but, sort of similar build as Emmanuel from Strasbourg, who we've been linked with. Similar sort of profile, quite tall and quite mobile. But I don't know. Don't know. As I said, we've still got the best part of 10 games left of this season to try and get some points on the board. Obviously, every position makes a big difference. About £3 million roughly. So from where we are now, if we finished 12th, that's another 10-12 million pounds in the kitty. And obviously, with an Everton side who are in very good form, it's not going to be an easy game at all. And then, obviously, we have an international break following that, which is going to be fascinating to see, particularly from an England perspective. How many, I would hope we'd have at least 2 West Ham players in the England squad this international break. That being Jarrod Bowen and Wan-Bissaka. I think Wan-Bissaka is by far the most informed right back. I think English right back in the Premier League, and one of the strongest defenders this season in the Premier League. And obviously, Jarrod's returning back. Thomas Tuchel, as we know, as you mentioned on Monday, was a guest at the club, sitting next to Mark Noble. There was also suggestions maybe Max Kilman could get a look in. Tuchel's going to have quite a big squad. I think he's going to play with this year for this international break to get a look at a lot of players. And the England scouts have been impressed by Ollie Scholes as well. And I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't think a move into the full England squad would be up this international break, but maybe a 21 move. I could see that happening and getting involved in that. But they've earmarked him for fast tracking into the England squad by what we're led to be believed. Anyway, as I said, we'll be back a bit later on with the David Moyes, the Moyes Derby press conference with Graham Potter, finding out about. I imagine there'll be questions about Paqueta. I imagine there'll be questions about Fulkrug and the Somerville thing, because that's been a bit weird. We were led to be believed he was looking, and we had a lot of social media posts coming out saying he was, by himself, saying, prepare, strength, and all these sort of key words, and yet we're led to be believed that he could potentially not return until the end of the season now, and refused an operation. So I'm sure there can be questions about that, questions asked, because it's a hot topic. Yeah, then we'll have all the starting 11 shows and stuff on Saturday and Stat Attack. So loads to come as per usual. In the international break, we hopefully will get a couple of ex-Hammer interviews, and we may even do another episode of Hammer's Hot Takes, because I've had a lot of nice things from people saying about that show. So, and also the Ludwig McCloskey Appreciation Night. We've kept that until the international break, because the international break, there's always fuck all to talk about. But we've done a great video package for that. So keep an eye on the channel. Until next time, my friends, take care, everyone. Stay safe. You stay warm. You stay humble. And I'll see you guys a bit later on. Much love. Bye-bye.